students, now we discuss about the one topics in law of crimes, namely constituent elements of crimes or criminal liability. The law of crimes defines that all these activity done by the individuals not called as a crimes. It defines some important conditions, that is, every crime should consist of two important elements. First one is, that is, the intentions. Another one is called as a physical activity of individuals. So everything based by means of one of the Latin maxims, namely called as, that is, actus non faciatim nisi mensitria. So it is a Latin maxims. With the help of the Latin maxims, we receive one definitions regarding this. Every act does not call as a crimes unless done with guilty mind. That is, all the activities done by the individuals, not all in all circumstances, not called as a crimes. It should be consist of some important conditions. That is, every crime should be done with guilty mind. That is, a very bad evil intention is essential for every crimes. The evil intention not alone essential for every crimes. It should be coupled with physical activity of individual is very important thing to commit the offense. Particular things are clearly defined by the above maxims, namely called as actus non faciatim nisi mensitria. The following examples or illustrations, we can receive some ideas regarding this. What is the importance of mens rea? What is the importance of actus reus? For examples, when A hand over 1,000 rupees to the B. A hand over 1,000 rupees to the B due to the friendships. After 2 years later, A asked the amount to the close friend B. At the time, B refused, give the one answer, that is, I am not interested to repay what is the amount received from you. Particular word given by the B is totally creates some upset mood in the mind of A. The result, A want to kill the B. For the reasons, A, how he want to kill the B? He planned by the A, that is, I want to kill the B with the help of my own hand. I want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. I am not consist of iron rod, but anyhow, I want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. Why A want to murder the B? The last word delivered by B, that is, I am not interested to repay. That is a particular word delivered by the mouth of the B. It creates some bad intentions in the mind of A. Because why A hand over the amount to the B? A hand over the amount to the B due to the close friendships and love and affections. But particular overall things are totally upsetted by the last word given by the B. I have money, but I am not interested to repay. Particular word delivered with B is create these bad intentions in the mind of individuals. So A consists of with the quality and quantity of bad intentions. So A want to kill the B with his own hand. What is the meaning of his own hand? He interested to kill the B with the help of his own hand. He is not interested to appoint anybody to kill the B. For the reasons, A want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. For the reasons, A is not consist of any iron rod. A immediately go to the bazaar and purchase iron rod and wait for arrival of B. And B is arrived in the particular spot in correct time and correct place. What is the plan by the A? So overall the plan done by the A is only possible. It is a design by the in the mind of A. Without mind, A cannot design this overall the criminal activity. A is consist of with the quality of intentions and with the quantity of intentions. How A can execute with the particular bad intentions? A only can execute with the help of his own involvement of physical activity. A is not interested in his own physical activity. A cannot succeed in his aim. A properly use his physical activity alone, he can succeed his correct aim. That is, correct aim of the A is anyhow I want to kill the B with the help of my own hand, with the help of iron rod in correct time, in correct place. Everything is planned by the A. It's only possible with the help of his own using of own physical movement is important things. So in correct times B is arrived at the particular spot. A uses a proper speed, A used correctly aimed, he is aimed to punch his chest region of B. A used the particular iron rod with the proper speed and contact this B's chest region. B received the heavy blow from the hand of the A. B resultly be dead in the spot. So the above illustrations show that A consists of proper intentions. A is usually is a physical activity. The above illustration show that the A can be used his intentions and A usually is a physical activity. Then he commits the crimes. Why A want to kill the B? The last word delivered by B, that is, I am not interested to repay, but your word delivered by the B itself create the bad intentions in the mind of A. So A consists of valid intentions. A also consists of the quality, and A consists of the proper physical activity, and he commits the offense, that is, A is murdered the B. So the above illustration shows that every crime should consist of two important elements. The first one is called as the intentions. Another one is very important thing, namely called as a physical activity. Without the word, namely called as the intention, the word crime is not called as a crimes. Without the word, namely called as a physical activity, the word crime not called as a crimes. The intentions called as a mens rea, the physical movement of the individuals called as a actus reus. So every crime should consist of two important components, namely called as a mens rea, another one is called as a actus reus. The mens rea, without mens rea, the actus reus cannot commit the offense. Without actus reus, the mens rea cannot commit the offense. So these are relationship between this mens rea and actus reus. What is the importance of mens rea and what is the importance of actus reus? Now let us see the another important topics, namely called as a fixation of criminal liability on the basis by means of the 5 important points. The following 5 points to fix this totality of the criminal liability of individuals. The first one is called as human actions. The human actions only done by way of conduct of another individuals. Second one is such circumstances specified by law. 3. The result of conduct such circumstances arises. 4. Due to the particular conduct purely on the basis of voluntary one. That is, voluntary one means these individuals, by particular individuals, commits the overall the conduct by way of own interest. 5 is the result must be foreseen. So 5 important points are very important. Totality of this criminal liability of individuals. 1. Human actions. 2. Such circumstances specified by law. 3. A result of conduct such circumstances arises. 4. The conduct by way of voluntary one. 5. The result must be foreseen. The human actions. The human action, the first one is called as human actions. Without human actions, there is no possibility of commission of the crimes. Suppose A want to kill the B, A, so above illustrations, A want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. A first he uses his physical activity. A fetches the iron rod. A must conduct with B with the help of iron rod. A not interested to conduct with the B's body without iron rod. A cannot succeed. What is the real game? That is, what is the real game of A? A want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. A must use his physical activity. A should take the iron rod and conduct with the B with the help of iron rod. Due to the particular, with the help of iron rod alone, A conduct with the B with the help of iron rod. So here, overall the movements done by the A with his help of his own human actions, with his help of his own physical movements. So in the first instance, the conduct arises between the A and B. The second point is, such circumstances specified by law. The Indian Penal Code already defined this. What are circumstances called as a bad circumstances? What are circumstances called as a good circumstances? What are the acts are called as a punishable act? What are the acts are not called as a punishable act? Everything cleanly defined by our Indian Penal Code or law of crimes. Not only they define the circumstances by the Indian Penal Code, it's also defined that what is the punishment for particular good circumstances, what is the punishment for particular bad circumstances. Generally, the good circumstances or good act are not punishable under the Indian Penal Code, because everything, particular good circumstances or particular good activity with start with one word, namely called as a good faith. Other situations, the Indian Penal Code not give the punishment for particular good circumstances and particular good activity. So everything cleanly defined by our Indian Penal Code or law of crimes. For the reason, particular circumstances cleanly defined by the law. So A, take this A conduct with the B with help of iron rod is totally prohibited by our Indian Penal Code. It is punishable under the Indian Penal Code. Even though A is not bothered about the particular activity, A is directly conduct with the B with help of iron rod. Third point, due to the particular conduct alone, such circumstances arises. That is, A is not conduct with the B with help of iron rod, particular bad circumstances not arise. Why A conduct with the B with help of iron rod? A already aimed to kill the B with help of iron rod. For the reasons A interest to conduct with the B with help of iron rod, particular situations, particular bad circumstances arises by way of bad conduct done by A towards the B. The fourth point is, overall the conduct is voluntary one. That is, A is overall the activity, overall the physical movements done by the A, overall this rising of the hands, rising of this iron rod towards the B, everything is voluntary natures by of A. That is, A is already interested to do the particular bad activity. A is already interested to commit, to create the particular bad circumstances. A is not tutored anybody's. A is not tutored by the anyone C or anyone D. Overall the bad activity, bad conduct done by the A is by way of by his own interest. For the reasons, overall this conduct is done by way of voluntary nature one. The fifth one is, the result must be foreseen. The result must be foreseen. That is, A is suppose A want to kill the B. What happen in future? Immediately A is want to arrest by this police officer. Immediately A is produced before the court of law. Immediately the court give this punishment to the A. Everything already known by A. Particular knowledge of the A is, I am not bothered about the particular future consequences. Suppose today I kill the B. I consist of the one wife, I consist of the two child, but I am not bothered about this. What is the life of in future? Anyhow, I want to kill the B. I want to kill the B with help of my own hand. I want to kill the B with help of this iron rod. Everything planned by the A by way of own interest. He is not bothered about this. What is the future consequences? So the fifth point is, the result must be foreseen. It is already planned. What happened in tomorrow? I am not bothered about these particular things, but now I want to kill the B. Particular aim of the A, particular planning of the A is everything budded in the mind of A by way of mens rea or by way of evil intentions. So above 5 important points consider as a fixation of totality of the criminal liabilities. The first 1 and 2 and 3 points are denotes actus reus of individuals. The last 4 and 5 denotes mens rea of the individuals. Suppose the maximum give us one guidelines. The actus non facit rem nisi mens rea, that is above the 3, every criminal activity only done with help of mens rea along with the actus reus. So particular things are clearly defined above the 5 important points. So above the 5 important points are considered as the fixed criminal liability of individuals. The Indian Penal Code overall bother about this. What is the quality and quantity of the liabilities in the head of the individuals? Suppose the individuals not cross these 5 important stages, the Indian Penal Code definitely not give any punishment for the particular individuals. Now let us see this first thing, namely what is the importance of actus reus. The term actus denotes physical activity of individuals. The term reus denotes every activity is forbidden by law. For the reasons, it is the both actus plus reus totally called as actus reus. It is totally called as a physical movement of individuals, particular physical movements totally forbidden by the law. What are the general conditions for this actus reus? First one is, particular conduct totally called as a violation of law. Second one is, due to the particular conduct, it is clearly or definitely makes some injury to the another persons. Called as a overall this activity done by the individuals, he must possess some capacity. The first one is, the conduct, due to the overall the conduct done by the individuals considered as a violation of law. That is, it consists of very, very important things. Our movements, our conducts, all time it is not punishable by our Indian Penal Codes or law of crimes. You should be definitely give some valuable definitions. That is, what are the importance of conducts? All the conduct should be consist of some important conditions. That is not violate the law. Suppose I raise my right hand towards and goes towards my friend and goes towards the face of my friend, whether my activity is allowed by law, it is not definitely not allowed by law. It's totally, but the movements done by me is totally creates something. I totally interfere the right of freedom of my individuals. So at the situation, my conduct is totally prohibited by the law. The first important condition of actus reus is every conduct should be under the actus reus, every conduct of individuals totally violate the law. The second one is, due to the particular conduct, it definitely makes some injury to another persons. The actus reus, suppose my movement is totally makes some injuries to another persons, I use my conduct by way of bad circumstances, by other violation conditions imposed by the law. So at the situations, my conduct or my movement is totally violated by law. Third one is capacity. The conduct done by the individuals, he must possess some capacity. The capacity is two types of capacity. First one is called as a legal capacity, another one is called as a medical capacity. The legal capacity is fixed by the law. So under the legal capacity, under the Indian Minor Words Act, below age of 18 years old, the individuals totally called as a minor persons. He is an unfit person to face all the legal proceedings. Other situations, the person commits the below age of 18 years old, he commits any wrong, he commits any criminal activity, the Indian Penal Code gives some privileges towards the particular individuals. For the reasons, because he is a legally unfit person to face all the legal proceedings, the capacity fixed by the law, he is an unable person to face the legal proceedings. For the reasons, the Indian Penal Code gives some privileges to the particular individuals. Second capacity is a medical capacity. The medical capacity is generally fixed by doctors. Suppose one guy is the age of 40 years old, his mental element is not fully developed, his mental element is totally abnormal conditions. Other situations, A murdered the B. Other situations, the Indian Penal Code not give the punishment to the A. What are the reasons? A is not consist of the proper capacity because his mind is not fully developed. For particular quality of the mind of the individuals only estimated by the doctors. For the reasons, other situations, the doctors give the capacity of the individuals, he is a medically unfit person, he commits anything because he is sometimes a normal man, sometimes he becomes called as abnormal man. Or due to for the reasons, he is not know what is the activity, whether the particular activity done by the right way or whether the particular activity done by in the wrong way. Because the own estimation is totally absent because his mental element is totally absent for reasons. The Indian Penal Code, other situation also, the Indian Penal Code give the privileges for give the punishments. So for the reason, the third important condition is that the conduct of the persons must have this proper capacity. So above illustrations, if A murdered the B, A want to kill the B with the help of iron rod due to some disputes between the A and B. That is a particular dispute arises by way of money transactions. A want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. At the situation, A is not considered as a minor persons. A is not consist of any abnormal mind. Above illustration, so every actus reus only give this wide concept. The person commits this conduct or any movements, he must possess some important capacity. As the next topic is called as a mens rea. The mens rea is generally called as a guilty mind of individual is called as a mens rea. Why A want to murder the B? B give this due to why A is hand over 1,000 rupees to the B due to the close friendships. After 2 years later, B is give this one statement that is, I am not interested to repay. I consist of lot of money, but I am not interested to repay. But a word given with B, it creates something in the mind of A. That is, I would do the only friendship alone. I hand over 1,000 rupees to the B. After 2 years later, B is give the one statement that is, I consist of lot of money, but I am not interested to repay. Particular statement given with B, it creates something in the mind of A. That is, a normal man of A. After that, he became called as an abnormal man. That is, he consists of this proper quality and quantity of criminality. That is, I want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. I am not fixing anybody's. I want to kill the B with the help of my own hand. So, particular planning, particular designing of the criminal activity by the A, particular design is only possible in the mind of A alone. Particular designing of the criminal activity in the mind of A is called as a mens rea. The mens rea, it should be consist of two important conditions. The first one is every movement or every conduct should be voluntary one. The second one is the result must be foreseen. The conduct of the A, that is the conduct of the A or movement of A, everything is already planned by the A. That a particular planning itself consists of, I want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. I not consist of iron rod in my house. I want to purchase the iron rod in worth of 5,000 rupees. Anyhow, I want to kill the B immediately. I am not like B present in the earth. So anyhow, I want to clean the life of the bee. So for the reasons, now I go to the bazaar and purchase the iron rod and wait for arrival of the A. Definitely B is arrival of B. Definitely B is come to the spot in correct time. So everything planned by A by way of voluntary one. A is not tutored by his own wife L. A is not tutored by his own father K. Overall the movements, overall the activity done by the A is by way of voluntary nature. But your voluntary is arises by way of knowingly or interestingly, by way of in the mind of A's alone. Second thing is the result must be foreseen. Suppose the result must be foreseen, it consists of, that is every future consequences already known by the A. Suppose today I kill the B, what happened tomorrow? Immediately I am produced before the court of law by the police officer. The court of law give the punishments. Anyhow, I don't bother about the particular activity, particular things done by the in future by the police officer. But anyhow, I want to kill the B with the help of iron rod. So the two important points denotes mens rea. Without mens rea, the actus reus alone cannot commit the offence. Without actus reus, the mens rea alone cannot commit the offence. It is a general conditions, general definitions given by a law of crimes. The mens rea in IPC denotes in following important words, namely, first one is knowingly. That is, I know the particular knowingly is knowingly, fraudulently, dishonestly, and voluntarily. Everything only possible in the mind of individuals. Knowingly, A should know what happened tomorrow. Today I killed the one B. What happened? Knowingly. Dishonestly. It dishonestly means he is the dishonestly is opposite for a honest manner. Anyhow, I commit some things dishonestly. It is already planned by the mind of the aim. Fraudulently. It is fraudulently is he commits anything by way of fraud. Everything arises by way of knowingly. Knowingly, it is arises in the mind of A. The mind of A already know everything. Anyhow, he want to succeed what is correct gain. Particular situations, everything, the above words totally called as a mens rea of individuals. Generally, the Indian Penal Code give the punishments for all the activities. It should consist of the mens rea. Other situations, the Indian Penal Code give the punishments. In some circumstances, the Indian Penal Code not give any punishments for individuals. Particular situations cleanly discussed in the sections from the section 76 to 106 of IPC. That is, it is generally called as general exceptions, general exception classes. Particular situations, all the activity done by the individuals, it is totally escape from this the particular. Suppose one A is murdered the B due to some insanity, due to some features of minorship, that is infant situations. The Indian Penal Code not give any punishment for particular individuals. Particular exception class totally start with one word, namely called as good faith. Every activity done by the individuals due to the good faith. The term good faith totally declares this absence of mens rea, absence of evil intentions, absence of bad intentions. Everything totally sought by a particular word, namely called as good faith. Some situations, the Indian Penal Code give the punishments for actus reus mere even absence of mens rea. Very, very important thing. What are circumstances? Our Indian Penal Code give the punishments for actus reus alone. That is, the actus is the first conditions. Every crime should consist of these two important elements. That is, mens rea and actus reus is a very important components for commission of the crimes. It is a general conditions. Some situations, the Indian Penal Code give the punishments only for actus reus, the absence of mens rea. And what are circumstances? What are the offences they are? The first one is mens rea is not essential ingredient in certain offences. One, the offences as against to state, section 121. The offences called as a sedation section 124A IPC. Third, offences code as a kidnapping and abductions, section 359 and 363. Fourth one is counterfeiting of coins, section 232. Above four offences is considered as a punishable under the Indian Penal Code, even the individual not consist of mens rea. Mere actus reus alone plays vital role, even though the Indian Penal Code gives the punishment for individuals, offenders. For example, in the case of kidnapping, when A want to kidnap the C, he appoint the one B. You kidnap the C, I hand over 1 lakh rupees. B kidnap the C and hand over towards A. Who vested the mens rea? A alone vested the mens rea. B is not consist of mens rea. B alone uses his actus reus. He kidnapped the C and hand over towards the A and he receives some amount. So here A is not use his mens rea, use his actus reus, but A used only mens rea. A used the actus reus of B. So in the Indian Penal Code give the punishment for both A and B. So above illustration show that the Indian Penal Code give the punishments for individuals only for actus reus, not bother about this absence of mens rea. So above things are, we come to the conclusions that is the Indian Penal Code gives a clean line, that is every crime should consist of two important elements. The first one is called as a mens rea, another one is called as a actus reus. Thank you.